This next video is going to be on secularisation and belief in AQA, A-level sociology, there we go, in beliefs in society. Secularisation is a pretty hefty topic, so I'm going to try and see if I can fit it all on one little flashcard. If I can't, it'll just be split over two, for and against. So, firstly, we've got Weber. His grammar, so the W is V, and he argued that secularisation is a result of rationalisation. Rationalisation. This essentially means that due to the Industrial Revolution, the industrialisation of the world, then people are starting to move away from the typical ideas that were happening at the time of God made everything. It also came about with the split, the Protestant Reformation, whereby we moved from a interventionalist God to a transcendent God. He no longer was a massive input in everyone's lives, he was just there. He called this the disenchantment of the world. Whereby we've gone from an enchanted garden to a non-enchanted garden. It's disenchanted. We're no longer seeing things through cherry vision goggles. We're seeing it for how it really is. Next one, the person that comes up on literally everything when it comes to secularisation, when it comes to beliefs in society, Bruce. If you don't know Bruce, by the end of religion, help. So, two things. He links to Weber. Bruce links to Bruce then. He links to Weber as a nice little thread saying that we've now got a technological worldview. This means that it's not only the idea of industrialisation, we've moved from that in this world to a society whereby we're based on computers, we're based on tech, which inputs what we believe. He also argued that it's cultural defence and transition. This means that when people move around, e.g. they move to a different country, they move away to uni for example, then they hold on to that faith that they once had. For example, if you were baptised or you went to a Church of England school when you was about 10, you might cling to that again when you move away to find those new bonds, but as soon as you've established that link, you can move back from that. You don't necessarily hold it, it's that way of moving and that comfort net. Arguably as well, you've got Davy, which is believing without belonging. This essentially is the idea that you could believe in Christianity, in a faith, but you don't have to go to church. Or any little organisations, you can just have that faith, and faith is becoming much more privatised. It's in the home now, and the stuff that links to that is Helland. They argue for two different types of religion, and these are really confusing because they have basically the same name. So you've got online religion and religion online. So online religion, the focus is on online. For example, there might be some forum online which advertises the same belief that you believe in. Religion online, the focus is on religion. So you might have songs of praise, for example, might be seen as religion online because you can access it not in church. You're looking at, say, BBC iPlayer and seeing songs of praise, right, I'm going to watch that. That celebrates my faith, therefore I'm going to watch it. Another one is Nanda. So that's the fifth study. As I said, there are absolutely stacks. She studied Hinduism in India, and she argued that at the start, when there was industrialisation in India, that you would expect there to be secularisation. You would expect it to move on. However, there was actually a rise due to telegurus, which promoted what you wanted on the telly. So if it was spiritual help you needed, you could get that. You could get anything you needed via that. This also led to ultranationalism, which means that through the rise of people moving around a bit more in India, people moving to India, is moving away from this Hinduism, it's moving away from this asceticism of having nothing and no material goods, to now the governments are like, right, we need to reinforce that, and it's making it the main religion. And these other ones that I've got written down, we've got Heelas and Woodhead. And they argue for the Kendall Project. I'm not going to lie, this always makes me think of Kendall mint cake, which is a bit different. So these argue that traditional congregation sizes have declined. But now people are focused on the Hiju Muir, which I've definitely said wrong, and I do apologise. Muir, which is the individual self. You can focus on that. Another one, number 7. We've got the likes of Heelas Leisure. Herview Leisure, that's it. Herview Leisure. Who argue that spiritual shopping. You can pick and mix the bits that you want. He's a postmodernist, so arguably you choose what you want in life. We've then got Norris and Inglehart. Number 8. Existential security theory. This, people turn to religion when they need it. So when they've got a problem, they turn to religion. And then the last one, Stark and Bainbridge. I think it's the last one anyway. Pretty much. You've got religious market theory. You pick the bits that you want. Religion, and then it does got one here. I can't really remember learning about it. But Berger links to Weber again. There's no longer a sacred canopy. So that means that we've got 10 theories on secularisation alone. You can really expand it with these. So you could argue Stark and Bainbridge, and then you could use Norris and Inglehart and make yourself really fancy one of those 20 markers. Or you could go down the Weber, Berger, Bruce route, and then that's your 3. And then do another one, so like Heelas and Woodhead, and then Herview Leisure. That's quite a nice one. There's loads of possibilities with secularisation, what I really like, and a lot of the exam questions are quite nice as well, and they cross over with a lot of the little subtopics. So there you go, that's been secularisation and belief in my very haphazard writing. You are able to take a picture of that if you'd like to. There you go. Right, bye.